I'm giving you guys out my entire secret. Hi Pinkwilla, this is Aditi Bhatia and today I'm going to be taking you through the entire process of how I get ready. Okay, so this room and this space is dedicated to getting ready because getting ready is such an essential part of my daily routine. My day starts with getting ready, but the procedure in fact just differs from day to day depending on what I have planned for that day. Today we have a lot of time, so I'm going to be taking you through the entire process of how I would usually get ready on the days I have time, but usually I'm just like on the go. I actually haven't even used this room to the T because I'm always here standing doing like a 5-minute quick get ready with me, and I just leave. Today I have a meeting after this and followed with an acting class, so I'm going to keep it very minimal how I usually do it, but we're going to get into a gua sha routine, how I would want to start my day every single day. So yes, let's get into it. So the first step is to get your hair out of the way because we don't want any hair in this process. And yeah, I'm using oil. I'm using an oil and I'm just gonna like put it all over my face. So I feel like I wake up with a very puffy face, and the first thing that I feel like doing is a gua sha. So I'll just take the gua sha and I'll start massaging it all over my face. You'll see my face turn into a tomato because it becomes so red after I do my gua sha. See, it's already turning red. But yeah, I usually do this in the night time, but I just wanted to show you this process, so I'm doing it in the day. But when I'm on the go and I want my face to depuff, I usually just put my face in a bowl of ice water, and I think it just helps. And nowadays I have that thing that you just rub. It's an ice roller thing. I'm forgetting the name of it, but you just basically roll it all over your face and it just helps you, you know, sharpen your face. Although I have a very chubby face, so I don't know how much of it helps, but like, you know, that 2% of feeling a little better about yourself. See, Kareena Kapoor was also very chubby when she started, so we'll get there. We'll get there with the jawline and all that in future. So this helps with blood circulation, that's why I turn red, and then I think it just helps with overall lymphatic drainage. And yeah, see, I already just like the way I'm looking with just the oil seeping into my skin. It just gives you that glow, and on a normal day, because of the Mumbai heat, I can't step out like this, but I would just love to step out like this. So yeah, now I'm gonna wash my face. Usually my process is to just sleep with this when I do it at night, but today, since I did it in the day to show you all, I'll go wash my face and we'll get into my skincare. Okay, I just washed my face, and now we're gonna get into the skincare routine. That is my most favorite thing to do. You know, I honestly feel like this is such a strange deja vu moment without anything like this ever happening in my life, because I have never done a get ready with me video. But it feels like I have, because I just realized while I was washing my face that every time, because this is such an integral part of my life, I have done this routine as if there is a live audience or a camera watching me, and I've dictated my whole routine. And the fact that today I'm doing it is so funny, and I'm having the most bizarre deja vu moment. So okay, so the first step is to do a toner. I recently got into toners. I used to never put a toner on my face, but apparently it helps with toning the face, like toning your skin. So we're gonna put this toner onto the cotton pad, which I already did, and just take all the dirt and impurities off my face. And don't forget the neck. I think I'm gonna put a little more. Okay, then the next step is the serum. So today we're gonna go in with the vitamin C serum. I'll just dab it into my whole face. I'm going in with it very slowly, but I'm usually very harsh with skincare. I just realized today all are seeing, so I'm being a little delicate about it. I'm like, because I don't have time. So yeah, but you know, it's funny that nobody really knows this, but I also have had very major skin problems. I used to break out a lot in 2019 or 2020, and I've really taken out the time to get into skincare, to read about skincare and like really go deep dive in knowledge about skincare. And I have learnt about every serum, every ingredient, every moisturizer, and just really curated my skincare routine. But actually what I've figured out is that skincare is your skin actually looks good because of what you put inside your system, be it the food, the lifestyle and things like that. Once you're taking care of your overall health, skincare is just that the bonus, you know, which is going to help you. So now we're going to go into the moisturizer. I really love this moisturizer. I think it's beautiful. So we'll do, my moisturizer also, by the way, keeps changing. I have plenty of them. Like honestly, like I said, this entire room is dedicated to, I'm looking very funny right now, but I'll still talk. This entire room is dedicated to like makeup and getting ready and things like that. And I have a whole skincare closet in my bathroom because like I said, I'm so fond of it, I'm so passionate about it. But I'll use this much of everything, which is the funny part. That's why I collect a lot. So I own almost every brand's most trendy, this, that, and of course, after doing the research, also I will have my personal favorites. So I have a lot, but I use very few products out of it, and I swear by them. See, I already love how my skin is looking. Again, I have to give it like some 10-15 seconds for my skin to absorb it. So my skin type, I would say, is a mix of both oily and dry on some days. But that's why I change my routine every time. I just know what my skin is feeling. I think everybody knows, and depending on that, I'll choose which serum, which moisturizer, what goes on. And like I said, different areas also require different things on my face. So now it's time for the most important part, which is my sunscreen. I would want to call myself a sucker for sunscreen, but I'm not, because I'm lazy and I forget when to apply sunscreen. And my Instagram algorithm is like a skincare mummy on my head, which is showing me these horrifying pictures of people with UV light applying sunscreen, and then people 50 years later and their skin sagging because of not putting sunscreen on a certain area. I don't know if it's coming on your feed, but it's definitely coming on mine. And that's why the 2-finger rule is something that I have started doing. So Instagram algorithm is working for my skin. At least something good is coming out of so much of my screen time. And I also don't like sunscreens that leave a white cast. I think that's very annoying. Okay, so now that I'm done with my skincare, it's time to get into makeup. So most of the time, I'm actually not wearing makeup. I'm not wearing any makeup because makeup just doesn't look good on me. A lot of makeup just makes me look funny for some reason. I look animated and I just don't feel like myself. So that's why I prefer doing a lighter makeup. And like I said in the beginning of the video, what will change about me doing a heavy makeup is just the lip color. I'll just make it darker, do a little bit of a wing liner or something to just enhance my look. But the basic part of it always remains the same. I'm just wearing a little bit of concealer. So yes, let's get into the concealer. So every drawer in my vanity has its own little setup, and every setup has its own little organizer. Well, Sephora is my shopping place to be at. It's not a clothing store, it's Sephora. It's also a clothing store, but genuinely if you ask me, you leave me in Sephora and I'll be the one who will pick up every product, read the back of it like an auntie and just be like, So actually that's me. I'm literally the scientific person when it comes to skincare and Sephora. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into the concealer. I usually put very little bit of my concealer on my under eyes, depending on how much I've slept. Okay, I'll tell you one more thing. I take this beauty blender and you're supposed to dab it, right? You're supposed to dab it for the makeup to go into your pores and for it to settle in. What I do is I literally swipe it. So a little bit of it comes out also because I don't like a lot of it, like I said. So I literally swipe it with dabbing it also. And since there's a little product on it, I will also do a little bit on the other areas where I feel it's a little grey or something. Or if I have a pimple like I have it today. So, I feel like putting makeup on your pimples is the worst thing to do because you're only and only making the pore more clogged. But sorry pimply. So the concealer has to exactly match my skin tone because I do not cover my entire face. So obviously you guys must be thinking that अरे you तो can easily tell ना कि यहाँ पे लगाया है, यहाँ नहीं लगाया है, यहाँ लगाया है, यहाँ नहीं लगाया है, तो वो दिखता होगा. I go so detailed into my concealer that it has to match my exact skin tone. That's why I think you can't tell if I've applied it here and not here and here and not there. Actually, you know what? Today I'm going to be opening my products that I've bought for so long and I'm going to be using everything today. So I'm actually happy that we're doing this because I don't end up using all of these highlighters, these palettes I've got. But today we'll use everything. So my base is done. This is my base. This is what I do every single day for wherever I'm headed. Even if it's a red carpet event, this is what's going to be my base forever. So yeah. The next step is contouring. Funny thing about contouring is that I don't know how to contour. So I have a very round face and bad contouring skills, but I just still do it because something is better than nothing. So we'll just take a little bit here. I feel like my face is wider from here, so I like to cut it from here. This is my own little technique that I have. Little bit on the nose also. I've not done this in very long. It's just for your nose to look sharper. I also saw a reel on Instagram where you're supposed to actually put it under your chin, not over it. And all these years I I've picked this up after like 6 months. So you make these lines and then just blend it out to give a very natural finish. You know what? I'm gonna do a little more here. Wow, I feel like you guys are making me into a girl. Like I'm a tomboy from within. Actually, I'm a tomboy, but today I'm enjoying this whole princess scenes. Okay, the next step is a blush on. Blush on is something I love. I love looking like a Kashmiri apple, and you know, if I go into the sun, I'll just generally become red. So I don't need to put blush on, but I don't go out a lot in the sun. So we'll do like a very sun-kissed kind of a blush on because I love looking like a tomato. So this is the first time actually I'm getting ready properly. So I love to put there's this hack that you do where you make a W. Okay, so your W goes here, here, and then here, and then here. It looks funny, but trust me, when I blend it out, it'll look like that sun-kissed finish. So another thing that I do is I take the setting spray and I spray it on the beauty blender. So your makeup is setting while you're doing your makeup, you know. And in the end, I'll again spray it. This is something I love. I feel like it gives you a very like fresh effect. And I love the dewy kind of a makeup. Don't worry guys, I'm not a mad person. See? Okay, so now that my blush on is done, we'll move on to the eyes. Eyebrows is something that I do not leave the house without. I feel like they just enhance your look. So whatever I'm going to be showing you today is an elongated version of how I would want to do it every day. But I usually just for my eyebrows do this pencil and brush it up, that's it. But today I'm going to do this, wherein I'm just going to like stick it on. Not to stick it on, basically it's a, what is it called? It's a brow gel. It's a brow gel which just keeps your eyebrows in one place, so they do not move, you know. And I like to lift them up a little bit, but not like too much of it also. So now I'm gonna take this eyebrow pencil and I'm just gonna add a little bit of thickness, not really, I just fill it up. And yeah, I always wanted to have an actress mom where, you know, like we can share makeup, we can talk about like, oh yeah, and you know, how did you do your lips at that time, and then my mom's marriage photos, there is no makeup. My mom's this photo, there is no makeup, and I'm like, what did you do? So she's like, आता ही नहीं था, किया ही नहीं, and अभी भी कुछ ऐसे लगता ही नहीं है. And I said, अच्छा है, blessed तो हो वैसे, ठीक है. Okay, so the next step is eyebrows हो गए, now it's eyes. बहुत आई शेडो पैलेट्स है मेरे पास, पता नहीं किस खुशी में, आज तक एक भी नहीं यूज़ किया. मुझे लग रहा है ये पैलेट is gonna be a little better. Yeah, I like to keep my eyes brownish, not like smoky ever. कभी कभी एक बार मैंने ट्राई किया था स्मोकी आई, I look like a cartoon. I can't remember which cartoon, that there's a name for that cartoon, but there's a cartoon. So I like to keep it like brown only if I'm doing eyeshadow. I like to keep like, there was a whole phase where I was obsessed with kajal. I feel like kajal really works with my eyes. It makes my eyes look like they've opened up bigger. So I love kajal. So देखो, this eye versus that eye, क्या फर्क है मुझे नहीं पता. I want to, you know, really get into eye makeup. I feel like सब कहते हैं your eyes are so beautiful. कौन से lenses लगाती हो आप? ये तो मेरे लिए परमानेंट सवाल है. कौन से लेंस? एक बार मुझे बोल ही देना है, झूठ ही बोल दूंगी मैं, क्योंकि कोई बिलीव नहीं करता है कि ये रियल आँख है मेरी. मैं झूठ ही बोल दूंगी. Looking good? Looking good. See, यहाँ कोई प्रोफेशनलिज्म नहीं है, हाथ से कर रही हूँ मैं. बट यू नो एक्चुअली हाथ से बेस्ट मेकअप होता है, बिकॉज देयर इज समथिंग आई हैड रेड अबाउट हाउ द बॉडी हीट जो होती है आपके हाथों में, उससे बेस्ट मेकअप होता है. लाइक इट ब्लेंड्स इन वेरी वेल इफ यू डू इट विद योर हैंड्स. So now we're going to do liner. I usually like to do a brown liner, but I can't find that right now, so we'll do a black one. I'm scared I'll mess this up. We're trying to do a thin liner, okay? To make it look natural. Yeah. I feel like when it comes to eye makeup, I'd like to refer to like older Aishwarya Rai's looks. Like, ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See? Is it the same? I don't know. I usually take a brush and just put it, instead of doing like a liner, proper sketch pen kind of a liner, because I feel that gives a very natural finish. But today, we've done this. Now it's time for mascara. I think mascara is something I swear by. Even when on my no makeup days, like I said, I will do a lip color and a mascara and a little bit of eyebrows. So yeah, I actually do all of the steps, but thoda. My explaining skills are very bad, but I hope the girls there are understanding what I mean. I think eyelashes are a game changer. Just look at this. Look at the difference. I do one coat on the top also, but I do not like when lashes kind of clump together. So I use a separate brush to again like separate the lashes from one another. Should I do kajal today? I feel like doing kajal today. Love doing kajal. And mascara. Oh shit, I screwed up. Okay, mascara is done. I want to do a thin line of kajal because I feel like I'm missing it. Actually, today I've done my makeup ulta. Like if I would start with eyes and then get into the rest of it. But today we're doing everything ulta. So one more trick is to take the kajal and put it on your waterline, like above the upper waterline, and just like, I'm gonna look funny, but trust me, I feel like it just makes a teeny difference, which is actually big. So yeah, so eyes just look bigger. Last step is lips. I have these lip plumping injections, not an actual injection. It's just something, it's a non-surgical way because I don't want to go that route. It tingles a little bit, but I like it now. I'm giving you guys out my entire secret. Some khazana I've opened today. I'll put a very little bit and let it sit for like 1 minute. It'll tingle, and after that I'll do like my most favorite step. If you ask me one product, one makeup step I cannot live without, it has to be lips, because I feel like without that I look not alive, and with that I look alive. I'll just remove that because I feel like on that my lip color doesn't stay, and it's done its job of giving that slight plump. Now I'll lip line my lips. This is a step I do every day. Okay. So many times I get asked that what lip color are you wearing, and I can't tell because I mix 3-4 depending on the mood, because I don't have the time to actually go into it and see what color. Most of the time I'm picking up the same shades from different brands and it's the same color. I come back home and it's like, oh my god, I have 3 of the same, because I never read the shade card. And sometimes I'll just take the lip liner, put in a little bit of lip balm and just put it all over, because that also helps. Okay, my most favorite part. So I usually don't even swipe this, I just tap it. So last night I had gone out, which is why my lip gloss is inside this. I usually do not go out. I'm the most antisocial auntie you'll ever meet. My friends call me an 80-year-old granny. But I have a hectic routine. I wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning for my dance class. Even there I do this much. Like my lips I will always do, rest obviously I can't wear makeup unless I'm shooting. So you see the shine that the gloss gives you? I feel like I'm recently obsessed with it. नाना बोलते बोलते मैंने बहुत बड़ा रूटीन बना दिया है इसको. But yeah, I also realized how much I love makeup. Okay, wait. So now I'm gonna go in with a highlighter. I feel like with my makeup it's already a little bit of shine, so I don't like to put a lot of it, but like little bit. I've seen some girls wear the wrong shade of concealer under their eyes and a lot of highlighter, so that just makes them look like, you know, at night especially, that they're outshining and it's the wrong shade. So you have to be very right with your shade and your highlighter and where you're putting it. I think when you put it here on your cheekbones, it just gives you that right look, and I've put it on the wrong place while I'm saying that you have to put it on the right place. I put it under my eyes. But yeah, I like to put little bit on the top of my nose also. Only on the higher side, not here. Otherwise your T-zone looks oily. So just here. And a little bit here also. Wow, I'm loving this. Here and here. Just little bit. Okay. Sorry, I have another brush, but we'll just... Okay, so now my face is all shiny and whatever. We need to set up. We need to put little bit powder under my eyes because otherwise the concealer will crease. I feel like a makeup guru at this point. I'm talking so much. Just under my eyes. And a little bit here also actually, a little bit on my chin. This area I will not put powder. Little bit on my forehead also. So basically just not on my cheeks, where I did the blush on in. So after this I'll do a powder blush on also. This is not what my usual makeup routine looks like, but I'm just enjoying, so I'm just adding more. Exact opposite of what I had said in the beginning of this video. Okay, this, and then since we've done a powder compact and a powder blush on, why should we leave the powder contouring? Let's do that also. Little bit. Because you're either proper or you're like either you do it all or you don't do it at all. Okay, that's it. I think that's it for my makeup. I'll just set it up with the setting spray. I like to keep it a little far because otherwise there'll be too much product. And yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so now I'm fully ready. My makeup is fully done and I'm heading for a meeting. I really enjoyed getting ready, and I hope I get this project that I'm meeting for, and I really had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the final look. I'm sorry if I talked a lot, but I hope I was of some knowledge to you all, and yeah, it was really lovely chatting with all of you. I love you all. Thank you. Bye.